Okay, so we're going to give you a little drawing to do, a little drawing exercise, and I like to call this under and over. And you can see it's in a jar. So it's what we call an observational drawing. So in other words, I want you to go outside, all right, and observe whatever's around you. All right, you're going to use your imagination too, and we're also going to learn a little bit about drawing a jar, which is a nice setting for a lot of things you're going to do. Okay, now first things first is we're going to draw the jar. All right, so we're going to start. Oh, you know what? We'll start over here and then we'll do it from there. Ta-da! Let's start over here. That's a good idea. So you're going to do this in pencil. I am doing it in marker. All right, the top of the jar is a cylinder. So you're going to make a cylinder. All right, so how do we make a cylinder? We have an oval, we have two lines, and the most important part is this is not straight, it matches the top of your cylinder. All right, so you have this short cylinder. Okay, you're going to fill your page up with this jar. So you have plenty of room to put stuff in it. So I thought a good idea is to, if you want the sides to match, to try to get something that is round, all right, for the kind of top of the jar like that. All right, so try to get both of these the same length, and then you can kind of put this on. That might help you. All right, the top of the jar. Straight down, make it nice and wide. If you need to, you can use that. And once again, the important thing is that the bottom of the jar is round, not straight. That's going to make it look round. Now, a jar usually has these lines on the top, so you can take the top off, and there you go. That's your jar. All right, now, what is a jar made out of? It's made out of glass. And how do we show glass? We show glass by putting a white reflection in it. Reflections, they don't touch the edge of the glass because you want to show the thickness of the glass. They follow the shape of the glass. So I would put one here and a kind of a matching one down there. And that's always going to remind everybody that you are looking at glass. All right. So let's see this on a smaller piece of paper. Here's your paper. Okay, so we're going to make our oval, two lines down, and like that. All right, bring it down, bring down the neck, which is a little bit, you can see, a little bit in from the jar top, and swipe it out, and then you're going to go out to the sides. All right, so that's going to make that nice roundness at the top. It's going to be a nice fat jar. All right, there's your jar. All right. Now, the next thing is to go outside. What do you want to put in a jar? What do you want to put in the jar from outside? This is going to be under over because you're going to split your jar. Just make a little dotted line there so you know what's underneath, what's on top. Yeah, and it depends. If you have a lot to put underneath, you put it up there. Not so much. If you want a bigger top, you can put your ground there. And now you're going to go out and figure out what you want to put in your jar. Okay, so let's do that here. Okay, so how about you could put lightning bugs up top. Okay, that's a nice one. All right, and you would do the jar dark if you were going to do that. Light up your lightning bugs. Let me get a yellow here just so you can, I'm not going to color everything, but Now, what would you put below the ground then? Okay, lightning bugs, they come out of the grass. So please don't leave it too plain up here. They come out of the grass. So maybe you want to do that. You could put a little sleeping worm down here if you're going to do that. Or the good old ant colony. All right. Ant colonies, they have a lot of rooms in them. So if you want to do something like that, you certainly are welcome to do that. All right. What else? Okay, so you could put little mice, little bunnies, something like that living underground. Mine is living in a garden. You want to put another animal up here, you can, or you could put plants up there. This one has a carrot, like even sticking down. Another idea you might want to do is, I'm going to do these a little faster, just to give you some ideas. All right. What if you want to do all plants? Okay, so below the ground, and you can do this. You can do this. Very fancy. It doesn't have to be realistic. Maybe you have some fancy kind of roots on the ground. And this is going to be your tree of life. Okay, so you got plants on the top, plants on the bottom, plants on the top, animals on the bottom, insects on the top. Fill it up with insects and put some either plants or insects on the bottom. Okay. There's this, one of the examples I have after this. There's also, it's raining. So if you want to do weather and like maybe some animals down here. But this is one you could show us how things grow from a seed. You can fill that up. Now, if you really want to, you could put like things that aren't real. If you want to put a little fairy in your garden, all right, or a little underground like mole family that actually has little rooms and stuff like that. You could put a fox up here, and then you could put his little den or her little den with their little baby kits on the bottom. Don't forget though, we do not want just it to be plain. So make sure you're putting some kind of a vegetation or something on it. That is all you need to do this week. I'm gonna give you 2 weeks to do this. So if you want to get the drawing done this week, that's fine. If you want to get just the jar done and think about it, I want you to try to slow down. You're kind of like this when you hand in your thing. Go out and look. What do you want? A tree on the top? Do you want flowers on the top? Do you want animals on the top? Do you want bugs on the top? And what do you want to show us what's in the ground? Okay, do you want and seeds and all kinds of funky things growing out from the bottom? You know, potatoes and carrots grow underground. So, I mean, you can actually put plants underground too. Okay. And you want to put a worm city or a worm kind of colony? Do you want to put, like I said, some rodents or little foxes or stuff that build their little nests underground? You could do that. Skunks, a lot of animals build underground. All right. So that's what you're going to do. Now, one of the reasons I'm doing this for 2 weeks is some of you have not finished last week's and still need stuff to do on that week. And I don't want this to pile up and pile up on you. So slow down and try to do some of this week, and we'll come and show it to me next week. Maybe you want to do everything in pencil and show it to me on our Zoom meeting so that we can, I can give you some advice. All right. Now, when we're done, I do want to tell you, you're going to color it in and make sure you put a color in here because you want those bright whites to show so that it looks like glass. All right, I will see you next week. That is your drawing activity.